never win. Fight! Wins. Fight! Get over here! Well done. Smoke wins. Fight! Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Sub-Zero. Choose your destiny. You will never win. Fight! 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 Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Brutality. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Superb. Sub-Zero wins. Animality. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Well done. Sub-Zero wins. Friendship. Friendship again? Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Well done. Rain wins. Fight! Well done. Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Fight! Motaro wins. Fight! Motaro wins. Sub-Zero. Fight! Fight! Wins. Smoke. Fight. Get over here! Come here! Motaro wins. Fight! Wins. Fight! Fight! Get over here! Fight! Get over here! Sub-Zero. Fight! 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 Round 2, fight. Wins. Round 1, fight. Well done. Liu Kang wins. Round 2, fight. Excellent. Jade wins. Round 3, fight. Jade wins. Johnny Cage. Round 1, fight. Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Sub-Zero. Round 1, fight. Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Fatality. Scorpion. Round 1, fight. Outstanding. Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight. Finish Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Fatality. Round 1, fight! Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight! Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Jax. Round 1, fight! Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight! Finish him. Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I swear the fucking PC is a computer, a freaking cheater, bro.
Reptile. Round 1, fight! Outstanding. Shang Tsung wins. Round 2, fight! Finish him. Shang Tsung wins. Cage. Round 1, fight! Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight! Finish him. Round 1, fight! Well done. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight! Johnny Cage wins. Johnny Cage. Round one, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Round two, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round one, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Round two, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round one, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round two. Fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Round one, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round two, fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Round one, fight. Well done. Johnny Cage wins. Round two, fight. Finisher. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Round one, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round two, fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Round 1, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight. Finisher. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Round 1, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight. Outstanding. Johnny Cage wins. Round 3, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Round 1, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Round 1, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Round 2, fight. Outstanding. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Round 1, fight. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight! Johnny Cage. Round 1, fight! Round 2, fight! Sub-Zero. Round 1, fight! Round 2, fight! Sub-Zero wins. Round 3, fight! Sub-Zero wins. I rule this world. Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn. Prepare to die. Prepare to die. No, no.
I was born and raised in Chicago. I grew up on the city's near west side, which was, I was maybe a mile and a half away from the United Center. It was a fairly rough neighborhood, but from my earliest days, I started, drawing, probably started with a crayon or something, and found myself inspired by cartoons. Anything I saw on TV, I remember Popeye was a big thing that I watched a lot. Seeing Bruce Lee on the Batman television series was a big thing for me. I didn't know who he was, and this was when I discovered, oh, he's this thing called a martial artist. That was the birth of my Kung Fu consciousness. Whenever I watched a TV show that excited me or saw a movie that excited me, the first thing I did was draw a picture and try to retell those stories as comic books. For some reason, the most difficult thing for me was to find stuff to draw on. Paper was at a premium, so whenever I could get paper, I would, draw on it. I would draw on the backs of things. I'd draw on magazines, whatever I had. Paper seemed to be expensive. Growing up in the city, graffiti art was a big thing that was happening at the time, especially in the early 80s. A lot of the time, we would do stuff, on the sneak. And then I think we discovered after a while, if you just knock on a door and ask, a lot of the times they'll let you paint a mural on the side of their business or whatever it was. And so we did a lot of murals in the mid-late 80s. But I was a huge comic book reader, both DC and Marvel, and found a lot of inspiration from the comic book artists who were popular at the time. And so, of course, it was my dream to illustrate comic books, and eventually actually got a job doing it, and used that money to kind of pay my way through school. Most of the work I did was for a comic book called The Real Ghostbusters, based on the cartoon that was out at the time. I was still at the American Academy of Art, so I was still in college, and I was still illustrating the Ghostbusters comic book, when a friend of mine who I met at the American Academy of Art named John Vogel got a job at Williams Electronics doing pixel art for video games.
He had gotten a job at Now Comics, and he wanted me to help him with Real Ghostbusters. And I was like, sure. So he got me an interview at Now Comics. Then once I got my job at Williams Bally Midway, Mark Trammell now needs an artist. Who can we get to work with him? And I'm like, I know a guy that's doing the Ghostbusters comic book,
And John called me up and said that they were looking for another artist. When I was hired at Williams, it was to work on Smash TV. And so I interviewed with Mark, I interviewed with Eugene Jarvis.
Amazing guy, amazing artist, working on Smash TV. He came up with this animation that the character, as he exploded, the eyeball came up right facing you in the face. And basically he had to, 3D rotate all this stuff. Like the man was a human 3D rendering system. The guy's a genius.
So Smash TV was a lot of fun to work on, a lot of hand-drawn pixel sprites, very small graphics in terms of the character art that I was creating. I know that in the back of my mind, I still wanted to do comic book art, but I fell in love with video games and the folks that I worked with at Williams, and I knew right away that, hey, this is the place for me.
North California Avenue went back to the 40s. That's where Harry Williams and Lynn Durant had started United Manufacturing.
I was always obviously a big fan of Midway, and I always knew it was on California, and I would drive by and it's like, oh, that's this magic place, and that's where these amazing games were made.
It was weird. It's very Chicago. It's gritty. The paint is from it's government green from 1947.
It was in the pinball factory.
So you walk into the front door and through the factory to get to our offices in the back.
I mean, within a space of, 20 feet? You go from silence to cacophony.
It was like an assembly line.
There were just Terminator 2s, just hundreds of them in line being developed, and all the sounds going off, terminated, and all the explosions going off. I was gobsmacked.
Miles and miles of wires and
a lot of fumes from the in-house plating facility, the stamping machines, the burning soldering irons.
Everything smacking into itself, just all these sounds. And
they actually had 50-ton metal presses stamping out pinball legs.
The factory still had dirt floor.
Throw things on the floor because somebody's going to come by and sweep it up.
So you have this catacomb.
At night when you're leaving, the lights are down, and it's like, wow, this would be a great setting for a horror movie or something.
And being a programmer, a lot of times we worked at night. That's when the rats would come out. They would grow to the size of a small cat. But I remember the vending machines, rats could jump up and get the product, so it'd have to be only the top 2 or 3 rows you could put a candy bar or something. And even then, sometimes you would buy something and it would just be a wrapper.
There used to be a cafeteria upstairs at a private chef.
And the food was delicious. They had it down. We never left the building, okay? We had half an hour to suck it up and get out and go back to work.
Then you'd make it to your office. And the offices were pretty Spartan. They were rough.
Work on video games happened what we called downstairs. Upstairs was all of engineering.
Everybody had an office, so it was almost like a dorm.
The first time I remember meeting Ed was when John Vogel and I had shared an office.
So I feel like I was involved with Smash TV and Total Carnage because I could see it being made. Ed Boon, I didn't know anything about him. I mean, he was a programmer in the pinball department at that point.
Ed was coming down from the pinball department to work in the video game department.
To work on high-impact football with Eugene. Right next door to me, there was a double office, and it had John Tobias and John Vogel.
And there was a doorway between the 2 offices that was kind of kept closed. He cranked his music really loud, and I remember he poked his head in, and he said, hey, is that too loud? Is the music too loud? And we said, it's a little loud, so he went in and lowered the music, and he came back, he's like, is that too loud? So anyway, that's the first time I met Ed, and after that, I think Ed started hanging around with the group of us, and we all kind of became fast friends.
And I was mainly software, those guys were mainly art, so, we had different perspectives and whatnot, just as any group of, guys in their 20s, a lot of conversations started up about movies and video games and wouldn't it be cool and things like that.
You could hear conversations of all the different games going on. There was only 2 or 3 games going on. And then we would all kind of give each other ideas for stuff. It was a very collaborative environment.
The environment was beautiful. Good enough to make a video game, and
it didn't feel like a job.
All the magic that was happening there. Somehow the walls kind of absorbed all of it.
At that point, John was finishing Total Carnage and I was finishing Super High Impact.
I eat quarterback for breakfast.
When we started to talk about what would become Mortal Kombat, I think the initial conversation was about, hey, wouldn't it be cool to do a one-on-one fighting game?
John and I were talking about a game called Street Fighter, who had really big characters. The thing that stood out for us about Street Fighter was they had really big characters on the screen.
I think for me it was anything to get away from the little tiny character sprites that I had done in the last 2 games.
And we were saying, how cool would it be to have our digitized characters?
Street Fighter is kind of fantastical hand animation, beautiful stuff, but their vision was, let's take this photorealistic system we have now and have a photorealistic fighting game.
For me, it was the opportunity to take all this inspiration from all the kung fu films that I grew up watching and kind of throwing it into a game.
The conversation went towards Jean-Claude Van Damme. At some point, just fixated on the idea of doing a photorealistic Van Damme fighting game. And we put a presentation together when we gave it to Roger Sharp.
We're thinking of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's see if he's interested.
The reason we made a video to pitch to Jean-Claude Van Damme was because another team at Midway had done the same thing with Terminator arcade game as well as Revolution X to Aerosmith. And so we decided just to go that route because they were having success with doing that. We found the movie Bloodsport, and we basically grabbed a number of frames of him just kind of getting into a fighting stance pose, and we put the power bars and we kind of mocked up what a generic fighting game screen. And again, just to give him the idea of what the game would look like, how he would be the star, and how realistic the graphics would be.
And I reached out, and it wasn't a no. Whether or not things didn't happen quickly enough, I don't think that it was ever like a door closed. John and Ed thought, Roger, just forget it. Because I think we just kind of left it.
So that was just kind of like the way that you would pitch an idea. But as far as to management, my recollection was that we never gave a formal presentation. Street Fighter was really big, and when we said we want to do a fighting game like this with our graphics, there wasn't much convincing that needed to be done. It was, yes, that obviously is a really cool idea.
I thought it was a fantastic idea, and I knew that I had to still finish Total Carnage, and I know Ed was still working on High Impact.
Touchdown!
But I think that was the beginning of the conversation.
Maybe our next game could be this fighting game.
Friendship. Friendship again? smoke. Choose your destiny. Excellent. Fight! Get him! Get him! Get over here! Scorpion wins. Fight! Fatality. Scorpion wins. Ermac. Fight! Get over here! Get over here! Get over here! Get over here! Scorpion wins. Fight! Get over here! Fatality. Borracho. Round one. Fight! Round one. Fight! Crispy. Reptile, choose your excellent. Round one, fight! Reptile wins. Round two, fight! Finish him. Reptile wins. Round one, fight! Reptile wins. Round two, fight! Finish him. Reptile wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Round one, fight!